Episode 232, Slappin Podcast. Got my guy Scotty Taylor back on. We are going to do a little chit chat. The interview pods have been fun, but I missed having you on, dude. I missed just bench racing with no agenda, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense, but stoked to have you on and talk about a lot of stuff has been happening in the last week. We're finally getting info. We got 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks till Daytona, I think, or ish. Here you are, bro. What's good?
Here we are. Here we are. I guess, man, dude, it's been really fun watching the interview pods lately, watching everything grow on YouTube. It's been really fun seeing the guests you've had on and just the interaction and kind of what you've got going there on YouTube. I guess you felt like tanking your ratings, and that's why you brought me back.
Dude, honestly, I just love chatting with you. We've been friends for such a long time, and it's just a really chill, low key vibe, man. And you have great insight. You're very low key knowledgeable, man. You've been around the sport for a long time. I don't think you give yourself enough credit. Like you've gone to these races with a camcorder. I mean, dude, one of these days we need to do a pod with you, interview your story, because people are probably like, "Who the hell is this guy with a nose ring that has that Will Davis XR 750 in his background? Where did he come from?" And I think your story is really cool, actually. So we're gonna do that. I know you don't want to do it, but tough
We
shit.
can. It's just it's not that interesting, but no, it's just man, it's cool, man. It's been a fun ride. I'll be honest. Like we got to hang out about a month ago now. I mean, God, everything's just been flying by here in February. But we got to hang out a month ago, and man, it was cool just to be down there with you guys. And look, Scotty, the flat track fan from 2019, had to pinch himself a little bit because just getting to have dinner there with like you and Breyer and Shayna is like, I mean, that's a for you it's just normal life, but for me, man, that's kind of a pinch me moment. So that was really cool. I appreciate your hospitality. I don't think I ever got to properly thank you for that, so thanks for having us down there in Florida, man.
Fun, dude.
It's a good
Yeah.
time, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little hectic because it was cold, right? And then Briar and Shayna, their pipes. It was you were here in their pipes broke, right? Their in
Yeah.
their house. Yeah, so they had a massive leak and they had to leave dinner to go home. And I think the neighbor said there was smoke coming out of his roof or something. I forget what it was, bro. Not good, but we had a good time at the races. It was cool to hang out as always, man. And yeah, hopefully see you in Daytona.
That's the hope, man. There's a
I gotta get
lot
there.
happening right now. My travel's booked,
We need
but
you.
unfortunately, it's also refundable travel. So hopefully,
Yeah.
we're going to get down there. The PTO is approved. There's a lot of things up in the air. For people who maybe they know, maybe they don't. The YouTube flat track flashback stuff is not my full time gig. I have a full time job that I actually just took on a new role at, which is has been a lot. It's a blessing for sure, and I think once we get everything ironed out and I'm actually locked into it, it's going to be a beautiful thing. And then so the World of Outlaw stuff is also a freelance gig deal. So that Dirt Car National started right after I got back from Florida. So man, we've been on the chip a little bit. So but yeah, getting to got home late today. You were generous enough to let me kind of unwind a little bit, and now here we are. I'm repping the Andrew Ebersol shirt tonight. So
Oh
shouts out to homie.
shit. Ah, the general, eh?
Yeah.
Um, well, there's a lot to talk about, man. I'll let you kind of take the direction. What do you want to talk about first? I mean, I mean, there's been some ride announcements, there's been some series announcements I've seen. Um, and again, I don't work for AFT still. Like I'm partnered with them for this amateur showcase stuff that I'm doing. But I'm not an employee of American Flat Track. I'm an employee of Cory Texter Promotions, for whatever that means. But uh, but yeah, I work with them guys pretty frequently now, just trying to make sure we give everybody great opportunities with these showcase events coming up, and we can talk about those as well. I don't know if you want to lead off with that, but yeah, I mean we only have less than a week of pre-entries open still for Daytona. And then we're 2 weeks away, less than 2 weeks away from our first ever Mission Food Showcase event, which is crazy. It's been such a long time coming, and there's been some like, it's challenging when you bring a new class into something like this. There's so many challenges with the rules packages, and I've been getting some questions and concerns on those rules, and I'm guiding them on what I can on the rules package. I don't have a say. Like I have a say, I guess, but the rules package comes from American Flat Track. So there's been some stuff that people don't like or they dislike. And I think anytime you have a newer class, it's going to take some time to understand what is needed. And we're like I say we're, but them and myself helping, it's going to take us some time to figure out what's best as well. And I think the problem, Scotty, with this road to AFT class is it's a production based class. It should be as cost efficient as you can to be a race at the pro level, um, on pro racetracks during the pro program. The problem is a lot of amateur kids, they have very expensive modified 450s. So instead of building a stock bike from scratch, they're kind of dumbing down their mod bikes. Like they have the heavy wheels, they have the PM wheels, they have ECUs, exhaust pipes, triple clamps, ride height adjusters, that now they can't use in that class. In a year or two, it's going to be awesome because you can build a 450, basically buy it off the showroom floor and put spoke wheels on it that are cost efficient, relatively, inexpensive suspension. I mean, it's all expensive, but it's not, top of the line suspension. You can go race and win at the pro level. But we're in a transition now where, yeah, a lot of the kids, they're probably prepping, planning to go to the AFT singles class in a couple years, and now we're adding this transitional class in. And I think it's just going to take some time for the parents and teams to kind of understand what it is and then grow from it. But I'm pumped for it, man. It's been a long time coming. We've been working on it for probably 16 months, to be honest, behind the scenes.
Well, I mean, once you see it in action, then you'll have a better idea of what people can. Everything's conceptual right now, so nobody's seen it in action. They'll get to see it that opening night of Daytona, which I'm glad about because I can't stay around the whole weekend. So I'm glad you're doing it that first night instead of the second night, so we can enjoy it. But it's cool, man. It's cool to have it as an extension with your events, and then carrying into that next night under the lights with the American Flat Track Series. We've gotten to see so many good amateur kids, and honestly, like I guess just being like not really paying as close of attention as I should. I thought more people had the production bikes through amateur nationals. It wasn't until this stuff started getting talked about more, and I realized that really you just have the mod bike that you take up to amateur nationals. So yeah, I'm sure there's some
There
people
is a
that.
stock class, but there's three modified classes that kids can race. At least what the rules were now. So, yeah, and then the challenges too, like the production class at the AMA amateur level, it actually allows more than what the production class is going to allow in American Flat Track for this road to AFT class. So there's a lot of things coming up that we're working through, man. I get questions every day. I probably get at least a dozen questions, and I'm trying to be helpful and answer. And we have a team of people. Shayna, since Throwdown, dude, I needed to kind of step back a little bit. I was too much involved, too much to face. I think people took that for granted. I think, I was too accessible. And it was starting to get challenging for me. So Shayna has stepped up big time. I don't know how I did this without her for years. So I'm grateful for her being my race director. And then Kyle Snyder has been helpful. Dylan Deutschlander, and a lot of my team as well. They've really stepped up, man. And, yeah, but it's a lot of questions, and a lot of excitement. Like that passion is good. So, I
Well,
think
and
we
you
have
make yourself
23 riders
available, so
too.
that's good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean I do, but also it's
You
a
need boundaries to a degree.
yes, yeah, and I was again, I think people took it for granted. I don't think, the fact that they could message me or they could text me and I'd give them answers and I would explain something. I mean, I don't know how many times I can explain something, be courteous, take the time to explain it, share my thoughts on why something was made or a decision was made, and people just didn't appreciate the time I was giving, and they were still mad, or they were mad about things that I can't control. And I'm like, dude, I'm trying to like explain something. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. Um, like I take time to write messages, emails, and then, people still don't appreciate it. It's like, or they tell me I care too much or I'm in my feelings. I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to be courteous. Like I genuinely fucking care. You know what I mean? Like, why is it a bad thing that I care and I want people to be happy? I want you guys to enjoy what we're doing, like passionately. Like I care too much. Like I want everybody to have a good time. I have 99 people that they're happy with what we're doing, and I'm stressed on the one guy that I cannot make happy no matter what I do. And I have three or four of them guys. Like I've taken, hours of my time to try to help and explain. And no matter what I do, I could give them $1 million at sign up, and they would still find a way to not be a fan of myself. But yeah, you don't have to like me as a person. I appreciate the people that still come and they support the event because they think it's a good event. I think it says more about you when people they're not a fan or they think they're not a fan of you because again most of these people haven't even never gone out to dinner with me, they've never met me away from the track, but I think it says more about people that they're critical of you online all the time and they still show up to your races every single race. That says a lot about me as a promoter, that we do a good job, that people they still want to come and take part in what we're
Well,
doing.
I think we talked about it a while ago on an episode where you don't have to love somebody to respect somebody, and I think people can see like it's a high quality event that you guys put on throughout everything you've done, whether it's Winter Throwdown, whether it's stuff at Lawrenceburg, Hagerstown, your series last year, the partnership that you have this year will be a really cool new venture with the night before the AFT events. It adds something more for race fans on that weekend. I think it's going to be a really fun endeavor. Yeah, man, AFT season's right around the corner too. Like you talked about, it's pretty much February becomes the news dump month for our entire sport. We wait all off season. We're like, come on, guys! Like it's like that meme with the guy at the stick. Like
Do
do something,
something. I love that
and
meme.
then and then all of a sudden, it's like floodgates open, and just it's like you're getting like just smashed back and forth with announcements, which is cool. It's exciting. Like it builds that intrigue, and yeah, it's been a fun past few days with just getting to see new people going up to the twins class, new rides for the singles class, some stuff flying under the radar. Um, and I think it's going to be a really fun cinematic season that we've got on our hands coming up.
Yeah, and again, it's a really niche sport, right? And everybody knows everybody. Everybody has a friend who works for a team, or they know the wife or brother of the rider or their friends. And so it's hard for me. Like I know a lot of what's going on. I try to be respectful. People are like, there's not enough media. There needs to be, you need to do this, you need to do that. The media in flat track is so different than media in the NFL or the media in the, and like big sporting events. Like it's not, it's not wired that way. There's a certain level of respect that you need to give when it comes to, I'll say everything, but like rider announcements and what guys are doing, and I'll take it even farther and being critical, like being critical of somebody and then or liking a comment and you see that, um, like that goes a long way in the sport. It's so there's only a few bridges and they all lead to where you need to be. So it's not, I'm not gonna like spoil somebody's rider, rides if it's something important. Now, again, half these guys, they'll ride for their uncle and they're like, yeah, we got something big in the works. It's like, bro, you're riding for your uncle. It's like your own twin. Like, quit acting like you're Ken Roxing announcing like a supercross ride. But yeah, I mean, I try to be respectful. Now, I saw I guess we'll just talk about some of it because now at the release, but have we talked about Renshaw and the Royal or no?
You and I have not. No, we have not. So that came out a couple days ago, right?
I don't know the date exactly. I saw it. I think it came out the day that the letter of Brian Smith's letter was kind of circulating around the social. So it got kind of overshadowed by that stuff a little bit. But I knew about that for a while. I actually heard about it. I heard about it like right around before Winter Throwdown. I obviously people know that I've worked with Evan since he was 8 years old. And I won't go into full details, but I don't work with him anymore. He's kind of doing his own thing. He stepped away a little bit. I didn't know if he'd come back to racing, honestly. I didn't know where he was at, and then I heard he worked out a deal to ride a twin for Johnny Lewis. So I think yeah, I mean subjectively, like dude, he's an amazing rider. He needs to be out there. I think the twins class will be good for him. Again, I don't even know what he's going through. Like after middle of last year, communication kind of went a little not as good as it was. So not sure where he's at. I wish him well. I think it's good. I think it's a good move. I think it's good that he's out there on a twin. I think that bike, I've said it on here multiple times. I think the bike's a lot better than people give it credit for. Um, and I haven't seen any. I seen a picture of him riding it, but we were at Johnny Lewis's. I took Cruz over there last week. I got to see him ride the 450s. I was out there with Cage and Walker and Jared Lowe's brother, um, some other guys, Budman, etc. So yeah, I got to see Evan ride, and yeah, he looked good. I mean, he's always ridden good. I think I don't know where his fitness is at. Again, he's not under my program anymore. He was never really like big on fitness. He would do the work, but he wasn't passionate about it. So those twins main events, they're longer. The bikes are heavier, and he's racing men, like full grown men that take this shit very seriously. So I think he'll have good speed, but it'll be interesting to see how he does over the course of like a main event. But it's cool to see.
I think he's in a good spot. I mean, he's got a really good team. It's it's they're kind of at the forefront of. I mean, they're the title sponsor for Daytona, so they've obviously got some dedication in the sport for sure. So I think he's in a good spot. With the Turner and even the first impressions thing. Um, there's a lot of expectation that I think came with that, with those being, potentially championship caliber teams. And that can be a lot for a young rider to handle at first. Again, I don't know what he was feeling exactly. But he had a rough couple of years. It was a struggle coming up into the pro ranks. And I think being on this Royal Enfield team, it's a nice, like, fresh start for him. And you just can completely reset and get back to maybe just having fun and enjoying being, on the motorcycle, just like having fun at the racetrack again. I don't think anybody's expecting him to show up at Daytona and win. But again, if he's, those short tracks and some of the smaller facilities, I think, are where that Royal Enfield's got a better chance. When you have to open it up on the mile, I don't trust it as much. Even a track like Williams Grove, I'm not so sure about. Although Dalton, on a not now Middletown and Williams Grove, not the same, but slippery car track, Dalton was able to get that thing on the podium. So that's, it's definitely got
It's
it's
capable.
got some potential.
Yeah,
It's
it's
capable, yeah.
capable.
So that's an
Yeah.
exciting addition to the twins class. We're getting a lot of, like, you're getting that storyline. You're getting Evans comeback. You're getting Cody's comeback. You're getting these really cool new elements into the twins class, which we were kind of starved for riders for a little bit. But yeah, you've got two very high profile, very talented riders coming up and on different brands, and it's going to be a really great story. I think Cody probably slots into that role of potential race winner, maybe championship contender, maybe championship spoiler, more so with the program that he has. And just, but Cody and Evan are both just incredible talents.
Yeah, I think it was with Dalton Gautier on his interview pod. Some guys just they don't like the pressure. They're not like Evan's got a real chill personality, and I don't think, yeah, like Gautier, he didn't like the pressure of being on Turner. It didn't seem like, and I think he would agree with you. But I think some guys just they're not wired. They're not. You don't have all the Jared Meeses out there. Or I'm gonna like give you an example, Bodie Page. Like, dude, that kid, you put like he loves that shit, man. And some kids they just have more of a chill personality, and they do better under scenarios where they can just like Carver. Like Carver's not a everyone's like, like for years, put Carver on a factory ride. It's like, bro, he doesn't want to be on a factory ride, I don't think. Like he doesn't want structure, dude. He wants to do his thing, whatever.
Well, and like the commitments off the track that come with something like that can be really distracting and can feel more like takes the role of like the
But both
job
those
aspect
teams
of
are
it.
chill. Like Turner and First Impressions. It's not like, bro, like it's such I mean, maybe the pressure of being on a big team, but both those teams they're so chill.
Well,
Yeah, I
Turner's
don't know.
definitely like one of my favorite. Like, I hang out in their pit probably more than they want me there. I'm sure I'm a
Yeah,
nuisance
he's the
to them at
man.
times, but no, it's awesome. Like hanging out, and they're a home away from home for us whenever we go to the racetrack. So
Yeah.
really appreciate that camaraderie. It is a fun pit, and yeah, they made their stuff official not that long ago. We kind of knew about it. I don't know if we ever officially touched on it.
It's not
Everything.
really
I don't.
news. Everybody knew they were at Throwdown. I mean, we've had Cage on, which was a great interview. I was stoked to get Cage on the show, and we had Mike Turner
And Mike.
on. It's not a I have Walker on my list. I do want to get Walker on. Um, break into his Alabama Southern hospitality a little bit, get him on the pod. But no, we're gonna have him on as well. But no, I think yeah, we talked about a lot of Turner stuff in recent weeks, and I'm excited for their team.
That's a
Cage,
fun group.
I don't know who the A Rider is, man. Like, I guess based off results last year, you would think Cage would be the A Rider, but Walker's looked really good this offseason. I'm on the Walker Porter bandwagon right now. Like I think coming from their camp, I won't. Well, I'll just say it. Trent, he thinks Walker can run with the top two guys. When I say the top two guys, you know who they are: Drain and Chase. In my opinion, Trent thinks he can run with them this year based on what he's seen as far as his fitness, his training, and the way he's been riding. So that'd be a massive like improvement off of last year. Now I'm not going to put that pressure on him. I think he's still third through fifth, third through sixth, maybe on like a bad day. But that's where he needs to be. Walker, I don't think your parents listen to the pod. Your pops does, but grandpa, but that's where you need to be, buddy. Three through six. And then if you can, and I would not, I'd lose money if I didn't bet on him to win a race. Like he's got to win a race this year too. It's his time. So um,
There's
yeah, I
probably
think
seven, like I'd say there's seven, maybe probably seven guys in the singles class right now who could probably win a race. Now, will they? I don't know. You, like last year, Tom just took over, and like Chase,
seven.
if he can feel better, he's gonna win
So what do
races.
we
Like
got?
Chase is definitely gonna win.
Tom and Chase will definitely win, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying they
Tom's
like
gonna
there's
win for
exactly
sure.
seven. Yeah,
Chase
Tom's gonna
should
win.
win
Chase is gonna
too.
win.
He's yeah. Uh,
Trevor can win. Cage can win. Walker can win. Um,
Trevor Trevor's probably the next guy up for a win at least. You would think Trevor Brenner's a good rider, man.
yeah,
He's really good. He's really consistent.
I
Uh,
think Trevor's gonna. I think
Trevor
Trevor's
could
definitely gonna
win.
be up front.
Cage, I guess like the data or the data tells me Cage wins. I don't know where you're getting seven from. I would say five or six. You got to
I
beat,
still
at the end of the day,
I
you have to beat Tom and you have to beat Chase.
Yeah, I said there's
Um,
seven that can. I didn't say there's seven that would.
I don't
I
think
still
there's
think
seven.
that
I think five or six.
I don't know. I think Taryn and Braden can win. I think they can.
Yeah, I forgot about Braden. And Taryn's been really good, actually. It's just, you got to beat Tom. Like,
Yep.
the fact that you got to beat, like, unless he's got a mechanical or something, like, I mean, it's like in the twins class. It's like there's guys that should be race winners every year, but they got to beat Dallas and they got to beat Pryor, and it's like there's no room for wins. It's like they're hogging all the wins. So everyone's like, oh, back in the day, there was a lot more winners. It's like, dude, maybe the guys at the front right now are just that much better. They're so well rounded. Like back in the day, Scott
24.
Parker was still a good TT rider. People act like Parker couldn't ride TTs. He would still get second and third on a lot of TTs, but
All both of them. Peoria and
but
Castle
he
Rock.
wasn't the guy on like Breyer Dallas can win any freaking track you throw at them. Where guys back in the day, they were specialists. There was a clay track guy, there was cushion guys, there was TT riders. Now it's like, dude, the guys at the top, Tom Chase and singles, Breyer and Dallas on the twins. There's no weakness. Um, a bad day for them is a third. So yeah, that the singles class is gonna be good. Twins. I'm trying to
Do
think.
you
I
think
feel
the
like
twins class is the twins class closer to seeing that sort of Parker, Carr, Graham big three, or the sort of Mies, Coolbeth, Baker, Jake, Halbert like mix of five?
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I don't know how to feel on where Cody's at right now. I haven't seen him on the twin. I believe in Cody as a rider. I think he's special. I think he's I think he's got something special about him, but I don't know what that means in terms of like where Breyer and Dallas are at. I just don't know what that means. It's not fair to people are, putting him in making him part of the big three right now. And I just I don't think, I don't think we'll see that consistently this year. Again, I could be wrong. I think a good goal for him first year, it's his first year on a twin, man. I think it should be try to win a race or two and just try to be third, fourth, fifth. Because I'm not going to take away from Brandon Robinson. I believe in Brandon. He's been my amateur rival back to the days of we'd win by half a track at Shippensburg. I really believe in Brandon. He looks really good, like training this offseason. He's not aging, like he's getting older, but I don't see him aging. I think he needs to be a little bit more grittier. I think if he gets nitty gritty and shows some aggression this year, I think I think he could do more than what he's even doing. So I believe in Brandon. I believe in Cody. Um,
You can pick on him, but you believe in Trent too.
Man, I really believe in Trent this year. I don't know if Cody will. I don't know if I don't know out of those three who I believe in Cody and Brandon's team a little bit. Not that Trent has a bad team. Trent's team has come a long way. I think there's still a few minor bugs to be worked out with their program. Um, we're talking Zanotti and Ben Evans, and then Trent's team. Like, dude, his team's good, but I don't know. Out of those three, I don't know who you pick for third. I think all five of those guys could win races, and I think it makes it easier on Breyer and Dallas. I don't know where I said this, maybe in conversation to somebody, but I think it makes it easier where enough guys get close enough where Breyer and Dallas they can afford a fourth or a fifth more consistently. But like back in the day, Parker and Carr, they'd have a couple races a year where they'd finish seventh or eighth. Now, if you get a seventh or eighth, you're done. Like you're
You're
not going to win the
toast.
title. Yeah, you're cooked. So
For every race you're out of the top five, you have to win two, maybe even three.
yeah. Well, right now the way it's set up, winning wins championships. I mean, Breyer's almost won the title, and he had a DNF. Like he still almost won the championship with 8 race wins. So, but it makes it not fun that way. Like when there's one DNF, like if that happened at the beginning of the year, it's like, dude, like it's almost over. Like the way it
What
was set
happened to
up
Tom a
last
couple
year.
years ago? Tom
Yeah,
crashed at Daytona
yeah.
and never got to really within real striking distance of Cody in the singles class. I mean, it's just the top guys are just that good. They're just that consistent.
And the equipment's good. Like the XRs used to have a lot of problems back in the day. They'd have blow ups and things like that. Where now the bikes, you don't see mechanicals as much. The bikes are really good. So, uh, has there been any other announcements? Did we talk about the?
I mean, yeah, I was just thinking in my head, I left Brian Smith out of that top, like that mix of guys when I was talking about like, are we closer to the big three or like a big five or six?
Yeah,
Yeah, Brian stepping away and Chris Carr stepping in, and this is Carr has worked with AFT not that long ago, so coming back into the fold. Yeah, I've been a little pulled back from it for the past couple of weeks, focusing on sprint car stuff. So I don't know all the ins and outs. I actually haven't even read Brian's release yet. It got sent to me, and I read the tagline, and then I had to get back to work, so I haven't really gotten to dive into all the details of it. But yeah, for anybody who hasn't, well, shoot, people watch this show, they know probably more than I do right now.
yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't like to speak on people's like jobs and things like that. Like, it's a tough thing for, dude. It's just the inconsistency, I think, is tough for people. Like you want to have consistency in a series, like with certain people, like working the job. So I mean, I don't know how long he was there, 2 years maybe. And then Carr, like you said, he was there. I think he's been there twice. I know he was series director maybe 10 years ago, and I feel like 2, 3 years ago, I remember he was up in race control making decisions. There's one or two that affected the team I was helping at the time, first impressions. Um, I don't know, man. I yeah, it's a tough job. I don't know. I don't know.
It's very thankless. You're always
I
gonna.
don't
I don't
know.
think you're ever gonna be a hero in
I don't
that
know what
role. You're always
exactly
gonna
it
be the
is
villain.
either. Like I don't know what exactly. It's a little bit of random. Like they do a little bit of everything, but not not some stuff. I don't know. Again, it's a respect thing. Like I'm not. I don't call either one of them frequently to chat, I'll say. Um, but it's a respect thing. So yeah, I wish them both well. Wish Carr good luck. Um,
Were you
hopefully,
surprised when you saw the that Brian was stepping away?
no.
Do you kind of feel like was it coming like from just like interactions that you've had with him, his mindset at the track? I mean, like you said, you don't really talk or see him that much, but
Me
you're
and
at the
Brian don't really like we don't really get along to be honest. We never really have. I've never really vibed with Brian. I've always gotten along with man, like I've always had like moments where I've gotten along with almost everybody, man. Like I mean even Henry, like me and Henry we don't talk much now, but Henry's been in my house. We've hung out, we've done stuff. And yeah, me and Brian, I don't know. I've never really kicked it off. But no, yeah, I mean, I've kind of heard, I heard like it might not be like, might not happen or whatever. But then like he was like I heard he was down here working and getting ready for the season, and he was on some email chains with me, just kind of getting ready for the season. So I wasn't surprised, but I was surprised when I heard about Chris. I'll say that I was a little surprised on that. I heard about that kind of a while ago. So I don't know what I don't know what all of it means, man. I don't talk about it much.
Means you got a big shakeup coming into Daytona.
Yeah, I just again
You got to
wish him
focus on
well.
your own
Like,
stuff. You got your
yeah,
own series to
genuinely
worry about.
wish him well. Like Brian, I mean, dude, he's a champion in the sport. Like he does have good insight. He's got good knowledge. He's anybody with that much. Yeah, he's been around the sport since he's been a kid. So it's a bummer it didn't work out. Like I said, because of the like consistency. Like you want the same guy in these positions for years to come. It helps with the riders. Like he was building relationships with a lot of the riders. A lot of the riders had a lot of good things to say about working with Brian. I will say that. And now he's not there. And Chris isn't the most accessible guy. Like he's not on socials, which I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing. But yeah,
Bro,
he's
that's
not.
probably a good thing.
Yeah, but like you got to be accessible in that. Like, is he going to give his phone number out to the riders to reach out, and can he be the voice? Like, that job. I think that job should be a liaison. Like, I hate that word when I first heard it, but I think it's so important. Like, I think you need to build the paddock or the pits, whatever you guys want to fucking call it. You need to build it back to where, like you guys take pride in the series again. Like we gotta build those relationships back where the riders and the teams and even the fans, they're gonna be a little bit more challenging. But you bring them back in to like make the right decisions. Like make decisions, get feedback from the riders and the teams, not just the top teams. Talk to the small, like give everybody the time of day. Again, back to what I said earlier in the podcast, genuinely care. Like, don't do this for a paycheck. Don't do this because you want health insurance. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, genuinely, like, do you want this sport to grow? Like, people say they do, but I don't know if they do, man. Like, I just know the passion that some people put into this, and it's not a punch in, punch out job. It's an every hour, every day endeavor. And whoever is doing any of this stuff, I hope they have that passion and I hope they care because it's not just about you or the other workers. It's about so many kids that are working every day to be a professional flat tracker. Um, give them some hope. Like, give these parents some hope. All the money they're spending and traveling and you got to give them hope that they're making the right decisions. And we don't have them go road racing. Not that road racing. I mean, I love road racing, dude. It's fine, but like this is a flat track discussion, and we just got to give them hope. So yeah, I hope the passion is channeled good. I have a lot of passion. Sometimes I don't channel it very well. I think I have a lot of growing up to do, and I need to be. Um, I need to be better in my passion. I feel like I've taken some big steps in the last couple months, but passion's a good thing, man. And yeah, I hope whoever they have this year, yeah, some good feedback with the riders, and we can make this better. So I'm available for any like if anybody has any question, like I always even people I'm not friends with, man. Like if you have questions and I can help make the sport better, hit me up.
Yeah, and there's a great pipeline of riders that just like you said, looking for that sort of that hope and that drive to want to continue to go onto the professional ranks and not chase something else, not chase like a day job or chase road racing or something like that. There's so many talented flat trackers right now at the amateur level that are coming up and like, young pros. So give them a viable option to try to make a career out of it is still a ways to go with that. But I feel like we have so
Yeah.
many fun riders to follow, so much talent in this sport, and it's still such a
A
such a
lot of
great
good
thing to
riders
watch.
too. I do think I've noticed like leading into this, like we got to get these kids more involved in their own program. Like we got to, like I'm getting emails from like the dads, and I want to start talking to the riders. 14, 15-year-old, even myself, man, I was the one emailing sponsors and doing things, signing myself up. I was doing that. My dad made me do that stuff already, like right away. He was, I'm not. He's like, why would I get sponsors? They're for you. It's like, okay. So, I remember emailing Motion Pro, Chris Van Andel. I was an amateur still, and it was a horrendous email. Like I didn't know what I was doing. And he's like, hey, he pretty much said, this is a pretty bad email, but I know who you are. I want to help you. And he gave me some really good feedback back then. And they were one of my first sponsors. So, learning how to do it yourself is important. A lot of these kids too, man, they're kind of like, they need to be respectful too. Like yeah, I know I was a shithead when I was younger too, man, but we need like, yeah, I just want to, I would love to sit down as these kids in this road to AFT class, they transition into this next level. Like, we need you guys. You're the future. We need personality. We need kids that understand social media. They understand the brand. They understand talking to sponsors. Like, I don't, the companies, they don't want to talk to the parents, dude. Like, well, how long are the parents going to do all this stuff for the kids when they're 17, 18, 19? Like, dude, the riders need to start doing this stuff. Like, I don't
Well, the
know,
parents
man.
can do you do need the parents to a degree, at least from an introductory level, especially on a younger stage. But the riders themselves, who are the ones on the track, are going to have to grow in those communication skills and be able to build that rapport with the people that are going to be sponsoring them the older they get. So like you may have like a talented kid on an 85 right now that probably does need to rely a little bit more on mom and
That's
dad
a
to make
little
those
different. I'm
introductions.
talking the
But
450
yeah,
class. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, as
But
you
dude,
get
there's some
into
really
the
good, like respectable, um, high personality kids. There's probably more high personality kids on 85s than there is on 450s right now. I mean, bro, like Cash Carter, every time he sees me, he comes up and shakes my hand and says hi and asks me a question. Like he engages conversation, man. That goes a long way. Yeah, Jaden Nickens is, he's always comes up and says hi and talks to me and um
Jaden's
yeah, so
awesome. He's super talkative until you pull out a camera, and then he's like, "Nah, no
yeah, like
paparazzi."
some of these younger kids, man, they do a pretty good job where it's like the older kids, it's like you guys gotta start learning this stuff, man. Don't be awkward. Come up and say hi, ask me a question. Like some guys walk by me and put their head down like the kids. I'm like, yo, what's good, man? How are you? Like, thanks for coming. They're just like, I'm like, bro, I'm a nice guy. Come on. Like, dude. Like all of us, bro, I was a punk kid. Like I was that kid for a long time. And now all of a sudden I'm like the unk. It's like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we're
Like I'm the unk yelling at kids to get off their pit bikes.
yeah, you are at throwdown. No pit bike riding.
How did that happen? Dude.
It happens overnight, and we don't
Oh,
realize it, man.
I'm like
We're
talking
not
insurance and like
we're
this and that.
dinosaurs now, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Like if you would have brought up insurance stuff to me like 20 years ago, I'd been like, okay. But now it's like, dude, yeah. Anyway, but no, it's gonna be good. I'm excited. Uh, we're like I said, a week away. I think we have 23 riders in the road to AFT class, which for the last minute stuff that came out, unfortunately, like I think that's really good. I think
Yeah,
that gives us a really good start to this
yeah,
deal.
it's a
And
good
you guys,
benchmark for it.
yeah, and you can still pre-enter everybody watching. I would appreciate it if you do. Go on our website, CoryTexterPromotions.com. The Mission Foods Showcase tab is where you can pre-enter for the first 4 rounds. So the other ones will do the last remaining three: Williams Grove, Budds Creek, Hohenwald. How you say that?
I believe so. Yeah,
Hohenwald. I was
not
saying
Nashville.
I was saying it wrong for so long, but those three will be available after we get through Sonoy, where you can we'll have the schedule pages for those, the class structure, and you can pre-enter as well. But yeah, go on pre-enter for those Ventura, Chico, Sonoy. Entry counts right now for Sonoy are pretty low, which is crazy. That track is probably the best one I think on the schedule for us. I'm gonna try to race that one, to be honest. Like I want to ride I want to ride something 30 plus or
Yeah, I heard you're pimping out a vet contract eventually. Oh, are
when'd
you
you hear
making friends?
that? Because I literally was talking to somebody like an hour ago.
Ah, man, yeah, I tapped your house when I was down there. Are you bringing you're bringing framers back too at one of those races, right? Making framers great again. You listen to the people. Look at you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, I'm just a people pleaser out here. No, on the West Coast they have this framer shootout thing that they've been reaching out to me about. So he said we'd get good entries. I do like framers, and there's a time and place for them. So yeah, framers. And I'm just a big bull taco guy out here, bringing bull tacos out to the West Coast too. We're doing a running of the bulls out there. So
Big fan of tacos.
two things I said I would probably not do after last year. Bring vintage back. I have two vintage classes at Daytona. For those who remember, I had a vintage guy message or email Mission Foods trying to get them to cancel our partnership because he missed his main event. It was his fault. Um, so I'm bringing vintage back. Big vintage guy out here. And then framers. We're doing framer shootout out at those two rounds. So yeah,
Does
it'd be cool. I'm excited to go back out there. It's been 3 years since I've been to California. I've never been to Ventura. I've never been to Chico, but I don't really care. Like, I want to go to Ventura. That looks cool. Chico track looks fun, but the area
you gonna
doesn't.
fly?
No, I mean, no, I'm gonna drive. I gotta take all my stuff out there, dude. And if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna take Cruz's bikes. He needs to race out there. Plus, I just got a new rig. I got a new
That's
hauler.
right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's
take
right.
that that truck out there that somebody let me purchase and drive down the road. Yeah, it's crazy. Like,
Yo, your old team's got a new rider for 25 too.
yeah, I was gonna say I know there was like another announcement or two, but uh Hunter Bauer, that's cool. Yeah, I mean I was I told LJ, because I've been riding a lot the last few weeks. Not a lot, but I'll ride twice a week. I feel good. Like, I feel really good. The best I've felt since I've retired. And I was like, hey, like if you like I hope James heals up and he's able to come back as soon as he can. I don't know where he's at. I haven't talked to the yachts. Um, but I said if you guys come out and do Daytona and Sonoy, like I'll ride the bikes. Like, I feel good. I think I could be very good at Sonoy on that bike. And he never really got back to me. I don't
He
know.
said,
I don't
"Nah, we're
know.
good."
I don't know why. I don't know if he thought I was kidding. He did tell me then that they didn't have plans to come out to these two rounds, which they still aren't with Hunter. But I'm excited for Hunter Bauer. I really like Hunter Bauer. He's a really good kid, man. And I'm excited to again move another kid up from the singles to the twins. This is what we should be doing. We should be moving kids, or I say kids. I think he's how old is he? 22?
The early 20s.
Still a
He
kid,
was
bro.
kind of, yeah, he was in that. We talked about it at one of the podcasts. Like, if you're a singles rider and you're in that like 6 to 10, 12 points range, if you can make it happen, why not give it a shot? Hunter's going to have that opportunity
He
on
could
the
be 6 through
JGP.
12 on a twin, probably, like on the
Yeah, I
right
think.
track.
Yeah, I mean, he and Bruce
So,
Evans are both moving up to the twins class for this year, and they were both in sort of that
who's the other one?
range. Bruce Evans, he's going to be on.
Oh,
I think he's on XG, or at least pre-entered for Daytona on an XG. And then we got big big ice rider Logan McGrain's coming back with the Schaefer's team, so that'll
yeah,
be
he
fun.
is.
Yeah, he is freight train baby.
Someone's got to win Daytona. Might as well be. Dude, I love Logan. That's my guy, bro. I like just calling him randomly and shooting the shit. I'll call him and I'll be like, "Hey, dude, I don't have a lot of time to talk, but I have a lot of questions." I just start
That's
asking
exact. Yeah, we
questions.
were down there. You're asking him about one of the ice racing things. You're like, hey, dude, I can't talk long, but you're the one that called him.
Yeah.
So,
He's like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Bro, why did you let that kid crash you right before the finish line?"
one of the most epic off-season videos that we've seen.
That was crazy. Yeah.
I didn't know about it. I saw it. We were at Nices, I think that weekend,
You
and
left the door open, bro. To be fair, if he's like, that kid, he's a dick, he doesn't like me. I'm like, if somebody doesn't like me and I'm in an indoor, I'm fucking blocking that inside all day. Like, you're going to the finish. He's not going to go around you. Like, slam the door. Like, it's just a lot of racecraft stuff. Like, that's one thing I had a lot of trickery. Like, I was really good at pole putting because I would get good starts and I wasn't fast for the first 10 years of my career, 15 years, if it depends who you ask. So I learned how to pole putt really well. There's a true art in pole putting.
I think you won the first race. I saw you race though. It was a scratch heat, and you fell. But I think you
Scratchy?
came
Where's
back.
that at?
Wasn't it Savannah? Did you fall over in a scratch heat and come back and win it?
Oh, yeah. Wow. I've nobody probably knows that but you and me. Like that was 20 years ago.
The first, yeah, that was
That was my first ever clay half mile ever, and it was massive. To be fair, I did go on to win a good amount of races at Savannah over the years. I love that racetrack. But yeah, I crashed. I don't remember how I crashed, but then I started on the third row, and I want to say I whole shotted from the third row or the
I'd have to
penalty
go
row.
back and look at it. That was a dude, that night was stacked. Savannah had
Yeah,
like
we had 50 riders.
55.
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
had
it
to
was crazy.
win your heat or win your semi, my pro sport year to get into to all those main events. Which I think I was only one of like four riders to make Savannah and all three bike or Volusia main events. I didn't do great in the mains, like I was probably mid pack or whatever, but I was one of four to make all of them. So paid big money, I bet.
There,
Yeah.
there it was. Well, that was wasn't that Bonsi's pro sport year? And I think that night at Savannah
Yeah.
didn't like it was Olmsted past Johnny Lewis on the last lap.
Yeah. You're right. Stuffed him. No, like last lap. Yeah, Johnny was
Crazy.
on a slow ass KTM framer and Olmsted was a pretty good rider, bro. That guy could he was pretty good rider. He did well before he became a
Wasn't
mechanic.
wasn't Justin Hiddle really good that year and as
Yeah, he
well? I
won
think he won a bunch of Volusia races, right?
Hiddle won two of the Volusia races, man. Yeah, we'd go race Evolution, then we'd go roam the town and stay up till 2 a.m. and go and race the next day. And those were the days, man. What was
As
training
mu-
back then? It was,
that was a cool like as much as I missed the like multiple like going a bunch of tracks like they did in the 90s where it was like hey you had Savannah you had Volusia you had both Volusias where they ran the asphalt and the dirt and had like I think they ran over to East Bay and Tampa a couple of years but that
yeah,
like Savannah into like the doubleheader Saturday Sunday when it wouldn't rain at Volusia a
yeah.
Saturday Sunday and then you had like a Thursday but even when it would rain that Wednesday Thursday night doubleheader was still fun and a lot of riders I mean Volusia had a groove that was probably as wide as my face, but like it was
No, no,
still fun.
Volusia, like my pro sport year, it was a massive groove. I have pictures that I got from Dave Honig like last year or something, but it was good the first like year or two I rode it, and then it was like a 5 year stretch of it sucking. It was rough and dry, and it sucked. And then it started to come back around again. And I've won a good amount of races at Volusia too, man. I drive by that place a lot because it's 20 minutes from where I live down here in Florida, and I love Volusia, man. I got good memories there.
They
Yeah, and then
resurfaced it again.
huh?
They resurfaced it again.
Oh,
It was
really?
good. It was good for the cars.
I don't
It
like
was
when they
really good for the
resurface
cars.
tracks. But yeah, I drove by Municipal the other day. That was cool.
So
I
bad.
was gonna try to swing in, and that's close to me as well, but it's kind of like I never go that way. It's off LPGA, and I don't ever go where it is. But I was gonna try to like swing in and check it out, but the gate was locked. So, um, yeah, go back to Municipal. Like maybe that's
I
an option.
wish, man, if that ever happens, that would be so epic. I would love to go back there. Never got to see a national there, but got to see a couple of the southeast like regional amateur races they would do during bike week and
Yeah,
whenever it was like
it was
I guess we
pretty
promoted
awesome. The
it.
place would pack. The sound off the walls is what I always tell people. Like the bikes would just echo, just echo through it was like concrete bleachers. And at the time we all hated it. And now we miss it. It's like you never know what you got till it's gone, baby.
Oh,
So,
perfect heartbreak
yeah.
story. Hey, what do you think of triple challenge for just the twins Daytona night too?
My guy Kevin Crowler was supposed to call me and explain why we did that. I love you, buddy, but I don't understand it. I need to get some clarification. Maybe I'll come back on the next pod. I don't know. I don't know, man. Pulp MX, Steve.
Oh yeah, so many I don't know mans on this
I
one.
don't know, man.
I had to double take that when they put the graphic out. I was like,
I don't
what?
hate I don't hate the Triple Crown. It just didn't work as well as I thought, and I just don't think it's needed.
Is it too early?
What too early in the
Like doing it
season?
the second round of the
No,
season?
I
Is
just
that
don't think it's really needed in general. Like, just do two races, like normal races. Like, I don't think, I don't, I don't get it. Like, I love the idea of trying it, like last year I was all like, dude, it's gonna be awesome. I'm stoked on it, but I don't. Maybe it's the point structure. I don't know. I just don't like. You could win the first two and get fifth or sixth at the third one, like have a problem and you don't win, but you've been the dominant guy all day. Like I don't know. I don't love it. I think if I was a rider, I would treat the first two like a heat race that I want to do good in to get a good spot for the last one, and I would just focus. Dude, it's hard to have the same intensity three times in one night, I think.
It's very
Um,
interesting that they're just doing it for the twins class. And that same night, it's just a regular show for the singles, and then you've got the build train race classes there, and
yeah,
adventure
I
trackers
don't,
maybe, and they're doing just a regular program for them, but it's the triple challenge for the
maybe it's
twins, which could
because
be a little is that a little confusing too? Like, I mean, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. No, I don't know. Maybe they did. Again, Kevin was supposed to call me, so he, I've talked to Kevin, but not about that. I would like some clarification on that. Maybe I can explain the reasoning, but maybe it's something to do with the schedule. Maybe they need to have that extra race to fill the schedule, but why do it for one? Do it for both. Do it for the singles too, right? Like do it for both the premier classes, I think, if you're gonna do it.
Hold on, the singles are a premier class now.
I would think like the singles is like the super sport class and the super bike is or the super twins is like super bike, right?
That's fair. Well, Super Sport gets Daytona 200 though.
Yeah, twins is still the premier class, but singles is, you know, super twins is 1A and singles is 1C. Skip B. It's like it's one,
And the 450 Pro Sport is 1B.
adventure trackers.
Yeah.
Janish. Uh these these things hurt my ears. Have I ever told you that?
No,
I
you
keep
haven't.
messing with them. They
I
hurt
was
my
gonna
ears.
just use this off my phone tonight, but I remember everybody's been having issues when they come on the pod, and it's like an echo. So I decided just to plug back in the
I
computer. I've got
appreciate
this
it. Yeah,
new home
yeah.
office setup's a little tricky. It's a psychotic amount of cords and stuff here. You talked about being cool with ideas. What do you think about MotoGP going street racing in Adelaide? Because I'm pissed, and I've never gotten to go to Phillip Island, and I know the logistics of going to Phillip Island are probably really difficult. But man, I don't want to see a MotoGP street race.
Yeah, I mean, I
Sorry,
saw that.
flat track pod, but
Yeah,
whatever.
no, I saw. I mean, I do. We're big road racing guys. I'm pumped for the season to kick off. I got both my Page boys doing the Moto 4, they're calling it now over there next weekend. So I don't know. I don't have enough knowledge to like if I like it or don't like it. I am pumped for the GP season. I think I don't know. It's unpredictable. You never know how the guys are going to be and the equipment's going to be until they get started. But I still think Mark's going to win. Nothing tells me otherwise. But
Amazing rider on the best team. I mean,
yeah,
Ducati.
yeah,
Look at what Ducati has become in MotoGP. Like they came on pretty strong initially, and this was like over 20 years ago with like Bayless and Caparossi, and then Stoner got a championship with them pretty early on. And but it was still like, okay, you want to be on a Honda, you want to be on Yamaha. Seem to be the preferred bikes, Honda especially. And but now it's like, dude, if you don't have a Ducati, like bother. But I don't know.
yeah. No, yeah, we'll see. That's
I
next
look.
weekend. So I am pumped for that. Bodie and Jake, they're gonna race Thailand and then they're gonna
Let's go.
hop on a plane and come immediately over here. Bodie's got a test with his new road racing team Tuesday, and then Jake's gonna race the my event on Wednesday, the Road to AFT class. So uh, we'll do another pod for Daytona. I'd like to kind of go over some of the riders in the classes, the Road to AFT class for sure, because
All right.
that's our event and talk about that. There was a top Road to AFT rider that I just got word that he has a fractured wrist. He broke his wrist yesterday. I won't say who it is because they're still working through that, but that was a bummer to hear. Uh, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else to kind of chat about.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
I don't
know.
want to go into like full season
No, no,
preview
no.
mode. Just
Yeah, I
kind of
mean,
like, yeah, it's
yeah,
fun. Just like, yeah,
yeah.
just talk about like you said, there's so much just it's come out. I mean, shoot, like, does Breyer even have official plans yet?
Who? Never
Briar,
heard
does
of
he
her.
even have? No, okay.
Nah, I don't know, man.
He's got to fix this. He got to fix his house first.
Shane has been so busy with the baby and that program, my race. Yeah, they have some. They'll be good. Their program's looking good.
They're going to race Daytona at least.
Yeah, he's gonna
All
be
right,
good.
cool.
He's gonna be good. I just yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I can talk about there.
I'm not. I'm not. Look, we sit on the sensitive
Yeah.
information for as long as we need
And
to.
I
I didn't
haven't
want
been on
to.
social media too much again. My PR team of my wife and my sister, they they don't allow, not that they don't allow me, but they've suggested I stay off socials. So I haven't been reading too much, man. People will send me stuff, but I'm just like, don't send me shit, dude. I don't want to read it. I don't want to see it. Um, yeah.
Y'all doing any racing or any local stuff before Daytona, or are you just gonna kind of get everything buttoned up for the road to AFT stuff?
We are gonna do is this better? Does it look weird?
I don't.
These headphones are jacking me around. We are gonna do like with Cruise, you mean?
I mean, you Cruz, like anybody
Yeah.
down? Dylan, is Dylan getting back in the novice class again?
We're
He's a big
trying.
he's a big editing guy now.
I edited the last one. He was working, so yeah, he's been helpful. I think we're planning on doing Ocala, of course, the weekend before with the Southern Dirt Track Association. So we're gonna try to get over there and do Saturday and Sunday. That's our game plan. Again, it's challenging for us because we have our big race on Wednesday, and unofficially, I'm helping assist and consult on track prep for the short track at Daytona. Um, I think that's my job. I don't know, man. I'm just
I'm sorry.
trying to get a good track for the amateurs. I wanna have a say in the track prep. So
For the
but
amateur race, you're not doing it for AFT.
no, I mean
Can't wait to send all the pros your way.
no, I mean no, I for right now it's just ahead of the events. I'm sure if I like guide them on a good track leading up to the race, it'll probably be helpful for the pros, but yeah, again, I don't work for American Flat Track. So I'm getting the track dialed in for our events, and that's going to be Monday and Tuesday, and then setups Tuesday, and then we race on Wednesday. So, yep, that's our plan. We've been riding a lot of moto. Cruz has been a big PAX guy all of a sudden. He loves PAX, which he hated PAX for years, and now we've gone 3 times this week, so he loves PAX, and we've
85 or
been.
65.
He rides a 65 in moto. He's still small, dude. For like the 85, he's still even flat track and he's pretty small. We rode flat track last week at Johnny Lewis's. We've been riding moto and he's been doing a lot of road racing drills in the parking lot. Terry Reimer got us hooked up at the parking lot up the street. I'll say that. I won't say where it is, but got us hooked up in a parking lot where we can do drills, which has been really helpful for Cruz in his road racing program. It's better for him right now to do drills in a parking lot than it is to go to like a go-kart track and ride.
You guys should have parlayed like Cruz doing drills in that same Arby's parking lot where Jimmy Eat World had that concert. Could have been a cool little double event thing.
Where was that at?
You didn't see that? Yeah, Jimmy
Nah,
Eat World did a concert in an Arby's during Daytona. One of the
nah, I didn't
greatest
see
videos I've
that.
ever seen. I'm not even like a huge Jimmy Eat World fan. They were crowd surfing some dude like into the ceiling. Oh
Oh,
man,
no, I didn't see
vibes.
that.
They
Yeah,
got the they got the they got the meets and the bands.
got the mates. Yeah, we've been riding a lot. I've been riding. I feel good. So I don't know what that means for me. Probably not nothing. Just it's nice to ride and weather's getting good. And yeah, just get ready for Daytona. So appreciate everybody that's been kind of supporting this podcast as well. If you can, like, comment, subscribe, share it. Um, Keep me motivated to keep these going. Most people seem to like this format. There are some people that wish I would go back to Spotify and iTunes, but I've been having more fun doing this, the YouTube stuff. It's been really fun for me and motivating. So we'll keep them rolling. I have some more
I
interview
prefer the
pods,
YouTube stuff personally. Like I think it because like I
not
told
biased or
you,
anything.
like yeah, not at all. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I thought about having a channel once. Um, yeah, but I think it's fun just to have that like had that element because, like I told you, it's cool to go back and watch these in the living room because it feels like you're hanging out with like everybody face to face. Which I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe that's just a crazy take or my like feeling about it, but it's been fun sitting back and just being able to watch and hear the conversations that you had with Dalton and Cage and Mike. And I haven't gotten to listen to Jesse's yet, but by the time this comes out, I definitely will have.
Yeah, and I'll eventually, if this keeps going well, I'll set up a studio, right? Because I'm in my kitchen in Florida. So once this becomes more of a thing, I have my own cool memorabilia. I don't have a Will Davis XR 750, but I got a Cory Texter XR 750 that's almost finished. Brent Armbruster's been working on it for 3 years, 4 years. So it's gonna be I'm so excited to get that back. It's almost done. So um,
I figured the kitchen was a good aesthetic because you're just cooking up some content, right?
yeah.
A little empty right now, but
Yeah, everybody's sleeping, it's that time of night here. But
yeah, the XR
I
is a good perk. But we've got the Briar jersey, and then we got the U cutout over here.
yeah, I
So
see that. It's
stares
something.
it's staring our every time I have a meeting for work, you're just
So
staring people down
funny.
over my shoulder.
Yeah, and I don't like that cutout as much. I think I've had two or three, and I don't love that one.
Too bad. It's the one they gave
Yeah,
me at Nice's.
yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, that's it. Appreciate everybody. Comment, definitely comment. I like to engage on the comments. On YouTube. I don't really engage. I'm not allowed to engage. No, I'm allowed. I just trying to stay off social. Like I said, it's the same 5, 6 people every time. It's something good could happen. Somebody could adopt 30 puppies and they'd be like, why did they adopt 40? There's 10 other ones that people, it's like, all right, we're trying, guys. We really are trying. So working hard. Daytona right around the corner. We'll do one more of these. I am going to have Bronson Bauman. I've been going back and forth with Bronson, trying to get him on the pod. It'll be hilarious. Do you remember that? Remember when he did that to Jared Meese after the dash? There's some really good Bronson moments that we need to talk about. So I'm trying to get Bronson on. The problem is he's a dad now and he works, so it's hard to find time to get some of these guys on. And if you have anybody you guys want to hear from, hit me up, or hit the riders up too. Like some of them just don't want to come on a podcast, but as long as they have a cell phone and they're not completely technology deficient. I love doing the interview pods. I love bringing them back. And then I like doing these as well. This is a good mix to kind of mix things around. So
Yeah.
is
I'll be
that
looking
it?
forward to that. Just put Bronson and Briar on the same pod with you. They might gang up on you though.
I feel like we should do to finish off, we should do some sort of historical debate or like would you rather or all right, since Chris Carr got announced as the new race director,
Racer series director.
whatever it is, dude, something or another. He's got a coward shirt on now. Uh, how many titles would Chris have won if he didn't go road racing?
Probably one more than he got.
You think?
I think one more than he got.
What about your thoughts on if the schedule had two less miles back then and two more TTs?
Oh, then yeah, probably. Well, he ended up with trying to think how many
Seven.
times he and Scotty went back and forth.
Dude, there was like 3 years
Um,
where it was 1 point.
yeah, no, I think you're talking about like Chris Carr easily being the winningest rider championship wise because they had so many miles, and you were looking at like double headers at places like Syracuse or Indy and Springfield twice, and like DuQuoin. They had so many miles that you could go to, and I know that's a bummer to a lot of race fans right now. But that was also like, I mean, look at how vital that was for Parker, and I mean, like Kevin Atherton got a bunch of wins on miles, I think, and yeah, and not that
Davey
Chris was
Camlin.
bad. Yeah, Davey Camlin, dude, that '94 DuQuoin race, and even the '96 Springfield race that he won. Ah, man, dude, Davey was awesome.
Yeah, he
Just the
really was.
emotion, the passion, like when you
Yeah.
saw how much it meant when he want to
Yep.
race in victory lane. And that's like, man, that's what we love about the sport is when it means that much and like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
showing the personality and like, yeah, man, that's gives me
It's a good
goosebumps.
argument. It's a good debate to have. I mean, Parker's the GOAT, but it's still, I think Chris as a rider was really underrated.
Chris might be the best all around rider ever. Might.
I would say accurate up until maybe the last 5 years. Like I really think Breyer and Dallas are like there's nothing they can't do. I mean, I think Breyer and Dallas they're more well-rounded than Jared ever was. I don't know if that's a bad take or not, but dude, they're good at everything. Like everything they do, every track, every bike. I mean, they're just yeah. And but Chris was ahead of his time as far as consistency and what. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I don't
I
think.
think Chris gets if that holds true, I would give Chris 1990, I'd give Chris 1991, and I would probably give Chris 1994 and 5 because he didn't go road racing, which was taking 4 out of Parker right there. And yeah, Chris was road racing in 96 and 97 too. And then this
Yeah,
again, we're just talking about like if you took the 2 miles away and added 2 TTs,
yeah,
if you're doing that, yeah.
yeah.
If you're
No,
doing
it's crazy
that,
because back then they only had one TT really, like for a lot of those years, and they had one short track, which he was a really good short tracker, and they had a lot of miles. And again, like Parker probably would have put more, like I would have put more emphasis on TTs if it was important. Um, the last year where Janish, I knew Janish was going to be really good on TTs. I trained really hard and I got a fourth and a third on the TTs because I had to get better. So I'm sure Parker would have adapted if there were three or four more TTs. He probably would have put more emphasis on that. That some people don't think about as well. Like there's a mindset to like Jared Meese. I think he would have won Peoria once or twice maybe if he didn't have a championship to like think about. Like getting second there was fine for him, like for his goal.
but also
Yeah,
Henry was just really freaking good
dude.
there. Like,
Yeah, he was a bad man at that track. Still is. He still is an animal. So, all right. Well, I this was good, man. Appreciate everybody once again. That's a wrap, baby. Until next time, we out.